Well, good morning. Had a local farmer who's clearing some land. He wants a subsoiler made. He's found a couple that are at box stores, but they're not really well built. They're not really heavy. He's got an old Ford 8N, and it's not gonna pull a real heavy duty piece of equipment anyway. It's such a lightweight tractor, but he definitely wants something that's gonna hold up. And he's looked on the marketplace and websites, and the ones he does find, they want an arm and a leg for, or they're just abused and torn up. So I told him I'd give it a try and see if we could make one for him here at the shop. So gone through my selection, trying to figure out what I've got. He's very cost minded. He's kind of like Nelson at IP Farms. He's pennies on the dollar, and so I'm trying to look for stuff that I've got and see if I can cut the cost on it for him. So let's look at the junk pile and see what we've got, and we'll go from there. All right, so in the drop-offs, I've got some, let's see, 2-inch square tubing that looks like it's maybe 3/16 wall. I've got some, looks like 3x3 square tubing. That should be 3/16 wall. So I may have some stuff there, and then I've got a couple of leftover pieces of material over here from jobs that we did, and we had drop-offs and leftover pieces from it. So I think I can come up with something. The only problem I'm going to have is the heavy piece to make the cutting blade out of. All right, so on subsoilers, usually you want them to go down in below the ground level for 18 to 24 inches, something like that, so they can bust up the hard pan. And generally they've got a heavy foot or cutting blade at the bottom of the subsoiler to help pull it down and to break up the debris and stuff like that. I've got everything to make the frame. I've got a piece of 1/2-inch thick steel plate that's been laying in the yard for a while. I can use that for the blade. I don't have anything for the foot of the subsoiler, so I'm gonna have to buy that, and I'm probably gonna go on and buy pre-made pins that will stick in the frame that you would hook the 3-point hitch to. So I've got to buy that. That looks like all I'm going to need to buy. Everything else I should have in-house. So let's go get a piece of that, and maybe some 2x2 solid stock, and see where we can go from there. This is a 1/2-inch thick plate. I've had it around the shop for a while. As you can see, I got some grass growing on it over there. But so what we're going to do is the main blade for the subsoiler is going to be made out of this. It's 6 inches wide. It'll be 44 inches long. So I've set up this guide to run my torch against, and I've also recessed this about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch to take up for the angle of the tip and everything. So we'll get this ready to get cut. The other thing I wanted to show you is this is a wide piece of metal. It's over 5 foot wide, I think, and it's hanging off the forks quite a bit, so it's teetering, on this end right here. So to keep it from falling, just to be a little safe, we've got it clamped to the forks on this end. That way, as I put weight over here cutting, I'm not going to end up tipping it over. So let's get cutting. I am just back from the supply house and got lucky. They had a drop of a piece of 2" by 2" solid stock. So it's, I don't know, about a foot long, and was able to pick it up, didn't have to pay a cut fee on it, and so that works out great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut a slight angle on one end of it, probably about 5.5 inches, to allow for that wedge shape on the foot. And then we'll look at how we're going to attach it to that 1/2 inch steel plate that we're going to make the blade out of. So that's the next thing. Okay, y'all. In all honesty and fairness, this is the drop-off wedge from the piece that I cut. I do have some video of us milling the groove in the original, but I wanted to show you how I had this set up and explain it because I've lost that video footage. So we'll take a 1/2 inch end mill and set this up. As you can see, let me see if I can get it in here. I've got it up on 2 cleats. That gives me a gap up under here so that I can make sure that my end mill doesn't come in contact with the vise. And what we did, we touched off of this surface, and then we moved it over 1 inch minus a 1/4 inch, because the end mill was 1/2 inch. So 3/4 of an inch from this edge in, that centered the 1/2 inch end mill. And then we started cutting with the mill turning this way and the table feeding back towards it. And we just made pass after pass after pass until we had cut all the way through the piece here. And what that left us with, if I can get my pen to uncap, was a groove. Excuse my crude drawing. So all of this area is taken out, creating a pocket, and inside this pocket right here is where that 1/2 inch plate steel is going to go that we're using for the vertical blade on the subsoiler. So we cut that out. Like I said, it took several passes because I didn't want to take this full 2 inch at one time. So it took a little while to go in. We got it milled, and now we've got to go cut the 1/2 inch plate that we're using. You can see where we cut the blade, the material for the blade out right there, along with Roxy. And So like I said, this is 1/2 inch plate. This is from this point up to that point is about 48 inches. And then it's 6 inches from here to that point there. Now we're going to come in and we're going to cut 2 of these plates. And these are basically 5 by 5. Again, they're that 1/2 inch plate. But we're going to cut them out, and then we're going to go in and blow 3 holes in it, roughly, a little smaller than the finished diameter, because we're going to take them to the mill. Once we get it roughed in, we'll take it to the mill, and we'll use the mill to cut the final diameter for these holes. But the way this will work, this is where the subsoiler frame will be welded in, and then these will be the attachment points for the top link of the 3-point hitch. And there's 3 holes so that you can adjust it, and you can allow it to pitch however you need it to for its best operation. So we got to cut 2 of these plates out and get the holes bored, and then clean everything up and get ready to weld. Okay, y'all, so here's the foot that we made. You can see how it fits on the plate. We'll probably round this edge over just a little so it's not quite as sharp, but comes up. I'll have these braces, they'll weld together. We'll cut a brace to go from here over to support this. And then we've got these plates that are cut off. We'll drill a couple of holes in them, and then they will be welded up here like that, one here and one there, to allow for the 3rd arm to be put in place. So, all right, let's keep working. All right, so I hope that worked out. Some of the videos were not the greatest in the world, and some of the clips got lost. I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff with being a one-man show right now, so it's kind of rough. But hope it gave you interesting insight into making something. He could have gone out and bought something brand new from Tractor Supply or Northern Tool or one of those companies, but it took us about, I don't know, about 6 hours in the shop to build it, and we were able to build it out of materials I had on hand. So the majority of it didn't cost them a whole lot. So the biggest thing was labor and time, and doing it for a friend that helps them out helps me out too. So I like doing that. But hope y'all are having a great day. It's another good day here in paradise for me. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for being part of the channel and subscribing, commenting. I really appreciate talking to you guys and girls, and just, enjoying the opportunity to get feedback from you. So I hope you're having a great day. God bless. See you on the next one.